well, to be fair, as an actor, it's easier to have someone dub your vocals.
Yes.
Than replace your athletic prowess.
Yes.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Visually Stunning Movie Podcast. I'm Mark. Ryan is back from his travels for work. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Not too bad. Glad to see you didn't get caught up in all that travel shenanigans.
No, I got lucky. So
you got lucky. Well, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about, which may or may not all be in this one episode, but I wanted to touch on a film that's been out for a couple weeks, I think. A week. Yeah, it came out last week. Sports biopic. Christy, the story of Christy Martin, female boxer, late 90s, early 2000s, played by Sydney Sweeney, who is apparently also an athlete, so trained for this. Biopics are hard, we agree.
Yeah.
Sports biopics probably harder than musical biopics.
Yeah, at least to make them stand out as something different, I think. Yes.
Well, plus, to be fair, as an actor, it's easier to have someone dub your vocals.
Yes.
Than replace your athletic prowess.
Yes.
So we talked about this roughly. This isn't going to take long. This is a true story. It's incredible. Her husband, played by Ben Foster, who plays great villains all the time.
Yeah.
Complete douchebag of a trainer / husband / agent.
Yeah.
As much as I like this story of Christy Martin writ large, I didn't really care for this movie too much.
Yeah.
I found it not very dramatic. It's very slow. And whatnot. I don't know how you felt about it just as a movie.
Yeah, I felt like it didn't really have a personality. It kind of just felt like a paint by numbers sort of thing. And I've said, in the past, and I still believe this, that when you make a biopic about someone, it should the movie should feel, it should have a tone that matches the person you're making the movie about. So in this sense, it should have felt more, I guess, scrappy.
Right.
Should have felt, I don't know. There should have, it just lacks that sort of sense of, I mean, it's a, on paper, the story's an intriguing story. It's a sad story.
Yes.
It's not an unusual story, which makes it even, I guess to a certain degree, even more sad because we've seen aspects of the story in many other stories. But that also plays against them that, you've got to make this something unique. And it really just didn't feel like it did that. I made the comment that it sort of felt like a Lifetime movie. And
yes, absolutely.
And I think that's problematic because Lifetime movies tend to be more sensational than, I don't know. They're not very realistic. There's sort of a sentimentality to them that doesn't work. And I don't know if that's 100% on this one. There's a lot going on in this film, but it doesn't really feel, the weight of it doesn't like really feel like it's there. I don't know what it is. I guess some biopics, really get the sense of who they are and you leave feeling like the person and I don't really know if I know the person in this.
Yeah. No, and I hear you, and that's why I said I was surprised because earlier this year I watched the Netflix documentary and their Untold documentary series.
Yeah.
It's called Deal with the Devil. And it was Christy's deal with her husband, Jim. Christy is in it, the real Christy. She's interviewed and people and her better from that. There's more drama in that than there is in this dramatization.
Yeah.
That's problematic. Now, the other reason I wanted to touch on this is because apparently Sydney Sweeney now comes with baggage. Once the hot chick from what, White Lotus,
Yeah.
and several other things, she did a jeans ad for American Eagle. Everyone lost their shit because white supremacists, whatever. It's ridiculous. But now I guess people were like, oh, this film has flopped and it's now like her third not successful movie in a row. And everyone's blaming, oh, well, it's because she's MAGA. And it's like, I don't ever recall her coming out saying, I'm MAGA. I voted for Trump. She tends to keep quiet. She tends to go and do work. But there's a lot of controversy about why this movie, and it's like, oh, are her days over? And I'm like, look, I don't know if her days are over, but they are still trying to convince us that Rachel Zegler can carry a movie. So if you're still going to push Rachel Zegler on me, with her track record, then stop trying to push Sydney Sweeney off stage with whatever you want to consider her track record to be. So I don't care what her politics are. I care about your work. And in this instance, and I've never seen White Lotus, by the way. Apparently it's a phenomenal show.
It's very good, but it is very tabloidy.
Right. And if that's the show you want to make, then that's what you want.
Yes.
But like,
then that's,
I liked Sydney Sweeney in Immaculate. I thought that movie was great. I didn't care about her rom-com, so I didn't go see it with Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
What was it? Anyone But You?
Yeah.
And in Christy, I'm just not. Look, she is far too young to be writing off her career, or for anyone to be writing off her career. Much with Zegler. I'm not going to deny that girl cannot act, cannot sing. She just has not made a project that has done anything. Really. She's not carried a film. So again, they're both far too young to be checking, but don't bring your politics into writing off my actors yet.
Sure. Well, and I think, I think that you could argue that her popularity, because she is popular,
doesn't help.
That in this case, this is not a film where she's doing something that she's popular for, if that makes sense. She's popular for being, sexy, beautiful, and whatnot. And that's not what this movie is at all.
No, that is also not. This movie is not. You are correct.
So I mean, you would not. The people who like her for that would see this film, or they wouldn't see this film, because if they look at the poster, they look at any pictures, it's not going to give them what they want. So
some of them,
yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I mean, I just don't think it was a very good movie.
No, it's not a very good movie. It's not a very good movie. I don't know what she has coming up next. I'm sure there's something she works.
I was going to say there's another couple this year, I believe. So
their year is almost over.
I think there's at least one.
Actors got to work. We're about to see our third McKenna Grace movie this year.
Yes.
So, yay. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so it's interesting. They work a lot. We'll see. But anyway, so yeah, Christy, not great. Not great. For whatever reason you want it to not be great, that's fine. But none of these actors that don't tell you what their politics are, please don't tell us what their politics are, because you don't know. If they're going to tell us what their politics are, that's great. But all I'm worried about is, do they give me a product worth watching? That's all I care about. Are you going to give me a project worth watching? And then I'll watch it or listen to it or whatever. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this one definitely none of those things, not worth those things. So, So yeah, Christy in theaters, it will wind up on streaming quicker than not. And we'll see what happens from there. It would be ironic if it wound up on Netflix, so you could watch it and the documentary together and determine which one you like better. But yeah, so that is it. That is Christy. We're done. We have got literally, they are throwing movies at us right now.
Yeah, every day.
every day. We're recording this. It is 10:42 a.m. on Wednesday, November 12th. We have a screening tonight. We had one last night. We had one Monday night. We have one tomorrow night, and then we have 4 next week in 3 days.
Yeah.
Because there's a morning one and an evening one, and at this point, I might not make the morning one unless I feel like taking time off work, since I may very well be back.
You may be working. Yeah,
I may be working again. So after we're done recording, I have to log on to the House of Representatives feed and see what we're doing, because it's faster that way than waiting for the news to decide to cover it. So, but they are throwing movies at us, and we're going to talk about as many of them as we can. It is award season; those will be coming up for the Utah Film Critics Association. We will be talking about those. But until we do, don't forget to like us, follow us on social media. Go to the website vsmoviepodcast.com. Get links to all our written stuff, which will lead you to the audio stuff. If you're watching this on Facebook or on YouTube, click subscribe. That would be lovely as well, and help us out. Let us know what you think. Till we talk again, be good, stay safe, go to the movies and see a good movie. There are many, and there are more to come. So till then, I'm Mark. That's Ryan. Bye, Ryan.
See you, folks.
And we'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.